Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's session, we are going to learn one of the most important topic in Terraform. The Terraform setting block, required providers, and how to configure multiple Azure providers using aliases. Okay, so yeah, this topic is heavily asked, in Azure DevOps, Cloud Engineer, and Terraform interviews, especially when deploying resources across multiple Azure regions or subscriptions. So, very important topic. So, I will explain every line of code and share real world examples and make this topic extremely easy for you. By the end of this video, you will have a complete confidence to write multi provider Terraform configurations and all. Okay. So, first, already I explained you so many times. Okay. The Terraform block. Yeah. Let me create today's date folder 03122025. Okay. Let me copy the main.tf. Yeah, I'll put number 2025 so that this folder won't disturb us. Yeah, now I'll open in VS Code, code space dot. Okay. Yeah, now I am talking about this Terraform block. I'll delete this backend block. Yeah, this is the Terraform block. Okay. So, this Terraform from, okay, let me go to that code. Yeah. From here, this is the Terraform block. I already explained you from here to here. This is the Terraform block. Okay. And this block defines the configuration rule of rule force Terraform. Okay. And required version. This is the required version. Okay. This tells Terraform to use version that is greater than 1.00. Okay, 0.0. So if your system uses an older version, Terraform will throw an error. Okay, if you have a version Terraform less than this version, the Terraform will throw an error. Okay, throw an error. Now we have a required provider block starting from here and ending with yeah, here line number 4, starting from line number 4 and ending with line number 9. So this is specifies which cloud or platform providers your configuration will use. So okay, I have mentioned here that Hasika of Azure RM. So it is the Azure RM only. Okay. So if you'll come here, the source one I written here and official provider from Hasika is written clearly. And version I have mentioned here greater equal to 2.0. So make sure we use version 2.0 or above. Okay, the provider version. So this ensures compatibility with new Azure features and all. Okay. Now we have another block that is provider Azure RM block here. Okay, and yeah, this is we have that. Okay, this is we can say this is the default provider. Okay, any resources that does not explicitly specify a provider will use this one only. Okay, and the features block here mentioned in line number 13, you can see this block is a mandatory for Azure. Even if empty, it must be included only. Okay, now the second provider with alias we can write. Let me copy the code for you. Yeah, here. Now the same provider Azure RM we are using here. Okay, and this is another instance of the Azure provider. The first one is here, the second one is here. Okay, so it having custom feature settings. You can see here. uh, I have used here custom feature settings as a virtual machine delete OS disk on deletion equal to false. Okay, so this means when the VM is destroyed, the OS disk will not be deleted. Okay, this is the feature I am using in this provider Azure RM. So this is the work of feature only. So why is this useful for using this feature and all? So if I am using this feature means we have some uses for backup, I can say, for forensic investigation, to restore virtual machine later, to avoid reconfiguration. Okay, like that we can use this feature block. Okay, now come to that alias. Okay, I have written here alias provider to dash west us. Okay, means this gives you an alternate name to the provider, and we must use this alias inside the resource block. Okay, so using the let me copy this provider block. default Azure provider configuration. This is the second provider with alias. Okay, and that is West US. Okay, if I'll take the code, okay. Now come to that using the alias provider in a resource. Okay, so let me copy the code from for you guys, and yeah, yeah. This is the alias I have used here. Okay, so let me copy the code using the in a resource. Okay, yeah. So so to deploy this resource in the West US region, okay, using the second provider, we add the provider equal to Azure RM dot provider 2 dash West US. Okay, this line. Okay, so let me run the terminal here. Terraform init. I did not configure the backend block, so my Terraform state file will stay in my local only. Okay, now Terraform plan. Now you can see this resource will get created from the first provider, this one, and this resource will get created with this provider. Okay, which have the default location is West US. Okay, what is the error? You can check the subscription ID. I have to give anywhere I can give. Yeah, now understand now why this error I got, because subscription ID I didn't provided here. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see this also get creating. Okay. Plan to add. So these are the things. So these are the situations where multiple provider blocks are required. Okay. So we can say, okay, let me come here. Yeah. For multiple provider. Okay. So use case one, we can have that multi-region deployment. Okay. We can have multi-region deployment. In this case, we can use multi-region deployment. And this, what can happen? Deploy RG means resource group in STUS. Okay. Then we need to deploy here. Deploy VM means virtual machine in West US. Okay. We can have this uh, deployment requirement. Okay. Deploy database in central US. Okay. So each region can have its own provider. Okay. Now the second case is the multi subscription deployment. Deployment. Okay. So now you can see here I used here only one subscription ID here. Okay. Yeah. Here you can see 712 ending with 712 ending with. Okay. So here have used one, but it may be a case. Okay, that multi subscription deployment. Why we are doing this? So like we have dev environment in subscription A. Okay, and we have QA. QA in subscription B. And prod we have prod in subscription C. So we can manage all environments from one Terraform configuration file. So it may be a second use case. Okay. And third use case, different configuration. Different configurations. Okay. It may be a third case. Okay. Like I'll give you an example so that you can understand. One provider keeps virtual machine OS disks. Okay. Another provider deletes disk on destroy. Okay. So it may happen according to the use case only we are proceeding like that here. Okay. Like yeah, here in one virtual machines what I have done, okay, I have kept it true, and in another virtual machines, okay, I want to keep this one true. Okay, so it may be according to take that feature. Okay. Okay. And we have another use case, that is Azure China or German cloud. Okay, so Azure has multiple sovereign cloud environments. So we can specify an environment like environment equal to German or China or any country you can mention. Okay, to deploy into Azure, uh, the particular country. Okay, yeah. So this is the thing. Okay, so let's quickly recap everything we learned today. Terraform block defines version and provider requirements. Okay, and default provider is used when no alias is specified. Okay, this one. And second, provider with alias allows multi-region or multi-tenant deploy with this provider. Okay, very conceptual. This is okay. I am going through, and very important for the interview purpose. Now, disk delete behavior can be customized, as I have showed you in line number 21. Okay. with the using of this feature block. Resource can choose a provider using that provider alias one. Okay, and very useful for multi-region, multi-subscription, and custom feature deployments. So, thank you so much for watching this session. I hope this explanation helped you understand Terraform's provider block and how to work with multiple Azure providers. This is an essential topic for real-world Terraform users and is a frequent interview questions. Okay, if you found this video helpful, like the video, comment your doubts, and subscribe to the channel. And one more thing, share it with your DevOps friend. In next video, we will meet with another topic. Okay, thank you guys. See you.